Today, we'll be interviewing an upcoming African artist. She's been around the world performing Afrobeat and pop, like fusion kind of music. And really honored and really privileged to actually interview her. So why not see her performance and see what we're going to talk about tonight? That was such a good live performance you just had. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Make the whole cut. Everyone, the audience pumped in and everything. So first of all, this is Lolo, an Afrobeat artist from Hong Kong and South Africa. And so we in Hong Kong. How long have you been in Hong Kong?
I've been here about 11 years back and forth.
Right, 11 years.
Yeah.
So do you consider this home basically?
This is my second home.
Second home,
yeah,
right?
It is.
So you know you're an artist. You had a really good performance you had, right? What inspired you to be an artist? What inspired you in the first place?
I just remember music being the first thing that I'm exposed to.
Okay.
When I was growing up, I'm from a very big family. My dad was a pastor, so we grew up singing a lot of gospel.
Right.
So as long as I remember, the first thing that I was exposed to is music.
Music.
So that's always been my inspiration, my own family, my own sounds, my own family sounds. Yeah.
So what do you call the genre of the music? What do you call it? Afrobeat? Like what kind of genre?
Well, I mean, it's under the umbrella of Afrobeat, but let's just say it's Afrobeat. But the way my sound it's also mixed with like an African sound with an American sound, or actually an international sound. So I would say it's a mixture of global and Africa.
And I heard recently you're gonna have a new album, your first album, right?
Yes.
So when you're releasing, and what is it's also mostly about Afrobeat pop, as like what is it about? Like what has actually inspired you to push your first album?
I mean, I've always wanted to create my own music, create my own sound. And I really didn't have time to do it before. But again, I said it before, COVID gave me time to sit back and reflect and take time to create my own sound and how I want to perform, because I love singing, I also love dancing. So I wanted something that is not going to be so fast, but I'm also going to be able to sing and just move a little bit.
And you said there's one memory that really attached to you that made you sing it. When you sing about that song, it refreshed your memory. Do you mind tell us a little bit about it?
Let's just say it was one of the most beautiful moments. It's one of those moments that you don't forget.
Rumba.
I can't really explain much,
Okay.
but it was one of those moments that just live with you forever. And every time when I think of that moment, that sound just comes to mind.
Rumba.
And now when I say rumba, 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 yeah.
Rumba. So like you're from South Africa, right? What is the language you use? Is it Zulu? Is it African?
It's Zulu. I speak Zulu, Xhosa, a little bit of Sotho. Little bit.
So,
But my main is Zulu.
so most of your music, all the songs that are in your album, the upcoming album, are you using Zulu or what language are you using mostly?
Both Zulu, actually, three languages:
Three
Zulu,
languages.
Xhosa, and Sotho.
So these are like dialects in South Africa.
It's languages, not dialects.
Dialects.
It's like we have 11 official languages. It's not a dialect, it's a language.
language.
They're totally different. Like Sotho is Zulu is so
Right,
Xhosa
right.
is somewhere. So it's
So their language is like official language.
It's an
set.
official language, yeah.
Nice. So how do you feel like being like an African artist in Hong Kong? Because I've been here for 4 generations. Like as a minority, I face a lot of different problems. I face a lot of different stigma in my life in Hong Kong. As an African artist in Hong Kong, what do you feel? Like, how was the experience so far for you?
I love it. I mean, first of all, Hong Kong for me is peaceful.
Yes.
So if I'm in a peaceful state, then I'm happy. So I love it. And I love performing here because I'm commodity. There's not a lot of this that you see in Hong Kong.
Definitely.
So I always get love wherever I go. So I love it here. That's why I stay here. This love.
Hong Kong. Yeah. So like when I saw you in your live music, right? You really like upbeat, you know, like encourage the audience to dance, to be a part of the whole thing. So like in live music, you know, in live show, what pushed you to perform in live shows? Like what pushed you to that? Because most of people, they would just hide behind the studio, just make their music. That's what they do. But your main niche, your main thing that you do in music is your live show. So what pushed you to do that?
I mean, it goes back to me wanting to hear my harmonies, wanting to hear music.
Right.
Like when I'm on stage, I want to sing. Why am I on stage if I'm not singing?
Right.
Because when you get on stage, I love a microphone and it's supposed to be on, full, so I can sing. Like I know that I'm here to entertain. That's one thing that I know that I appreciate doing and I love doing it. And how am I gonna do it if there's a background track?
Right.
I can't do that. Like people have to feel my emotions. If I'm sad, they have to feel it. But the studio, it's been pre-recorded long time and with a lot of effects. But when I'm performing live, I'm engaging with my audience.
Definitely.
I'm vulnerable. They know they can feel how I feel and I can feel how they feel. I love it.
You love it.
I love it.
So like maybe like a shift in the other direction. Which artist in this world, which artist actually inspired you? Like which artist you would ever, if you have the opportunity to collaborate with an artist, who would it be?
Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
I love Lauryn Hill.
You love Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up, it's one of those artists that you just grew up listening to. Your family, everybody listens to them. So I love it.
You love Lauryn
Hill. Yeah.
Lauryn Hill. So like a song, like you need the music, but the lyrics is equally as important. So when you write your song, all the songs written by yourself, right? So what is your songwriting process? Where did that creativity spark? Where does it come from?
It works in 2 different ways. Sometimes it's a melody that will come first, and once the melody comes, then, for example, it will be something that will play in my head, like whatever that plays in my head.
Right.
Then I'll take that and I'll just record it. Like, then I look for a beat that matches the idea that I have. Like I have my manager, I'll send him the preview of whatever that I've recorded. Then I tell him that I want something to sound. I want it to sound like this. I want the beats to be like this. So get someone to arrange a beat to be like this. Then when I hear the beats, I put the vocals. If I'm happy, I'm happy. But if I'm not, then we're getting another beat until my emotion of the song is captured with the beat and the lyrics.
So it's emotion
It's
at the same time.
emotion and the beat. So they have to work together. They have to work together.
So you get the beat, you get the music, it's a whole package.
Yeah.
Then you push it all out.
Like for example, I have a lot of songs that I have that have beats and lyrics and everything, but I just don't like them because I don't like the beats.
All right.
So they still somewhere in there.
It just comes automatically to you.
Yeah. If it feels right, I'll play it and I'll sing it and it feels right. Then I'm like, we continue with this. If not, then we stop. We're putting it somewhere in an archive. We're moving on.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we're in Hong Kong, you'll be performing in Hong Kong. Apart from Hong Kong, where else have you performed so far? Like where do you experience in performing?
I mean, Africa. Africa, different parts of Africa.
Right.
In Asia as well, performed in here, Hong Kong, China, Macau, Thailand, And
New York. Girl.
but that was only for a few time that I enjoyed. It was too cold for me.
Dude, oh, too cold for you. Yeah.
Do you see my forehead, how small it is?
Yes.
It felt like it was gonna crack open. I'm like, thank you.
So your album's gonna be released really soon. So what's your next step after this album?
Oh my God, I have so many things I wanna do.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know I don't even know how to answer. I wanna produce my own stage play. It's a lot of things.
A lot of. So you're gonna focus more towards live music, or you gonna?
I mean, music is always going to be a part of my life. Like, I'm
Definitely.
always going to make music, but I'm going to venture out in other things as well. Because I also act. So I love stage. I mean, stage, everything with stage. So I'm probably going to, the next step is probably writing my own play.
Oh, your
I'm hoping that it's as good as Lion King.
Lion King. Nice. So like for this album, we'll be releasing really soon. What do you want the audience to get from it? Like what do you want them to learn about in your album?
Music. Harmonies.
Harmonies.
Real singing, no auto-tune.
Nice.
Just love of music. Just like real vocals. You know?
Definitely. It's something you gotta feel.
Just everything put together.
Right.
Vocals, sounds like an international sound, an African sound. Just a stir fry of music.
Stir fry, nice.
It's a stir fry of music.
Hey amigos. But yes, this is Lulu, the upcoming emerging biggest artist in Hong Kong with the Afrobeat, the big fusion. And make sure you subscribe to her Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, listen more about her music, and learn about the culture and the music that she's gonna provide, she's gonna generate in the future. Perfect.
Thank you.